Erasmus program. And then I got shortlisted for 2 of them, and then I won 1. Now this story, even though ends happily with me getting a scholarship, I still sometimes think about the ones that I did not get. And so today, I want to talk about why we were rejected, and to motivate you to apply again, and this time, take notice of the mistakes we did in a previous application and ensure that this application we're going to be doing will be better.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dorothy and thank you so much for joining us today. I'm an Erasmus Master's student and I'm currently studying archaeological material science. I'll be going to my 3rd semester soon in Rome, in Italy. Oof, I can't wait. But yes, today's video, as I started to talk about, we're going to be talking about why we were rejected. Yes, why were we rejected for the other applications we've done? I know some of us have been applying for this Erasmus scholarship for a long time. Some people 2 years, some people 3 years. This is their 4th attempt, 5th attempt. And for me, I understand how it feels to be disqualified for your application. And so today I have written down what I think are the major causes for rejections and love letters from the application and selection committee, and how we can use this knowledge of why we're rejected to improve our application this year. And so hopefully we get awarded the scholarship and we can also enjoy the benefits of being an Erasmus scholarship awardee.
So yes, your
reference letters, your reference or recommendation letters. And why I'm saying your recommendation letter, your reference letter could be why you were rejected, is because a friend of a friend was told that he was rejected because his recommendation letter was not dated. What I understand with that is essentially saying that maybe this letter is very old. They'll ask that they want to see a very recent picture of you. They're also expecting your recommendation letter to be a recent one. And so if you have one that has not been dated, it tells them that maybe this is a very old generic one you have. You do not have a more recent account of your attitude towards work, and so they can easily remove you from it. So please, let's ensure that our recommendation letters are dated, but just emphasize that, okay, so part of the requirements for the recommendation letter is that it is dated, so that they know when exactly it was written and they know how recent the letter is. The next point or part of your application that could cause you to be rejected is your motivation letter. So yes, you know how important your motivation letter is. It's supposed to draw from your interest and your achievements and to point to you as the best candidate for the position, the scholarship position. How is your motivation letter going to get you rejected? Well, if your essay is too long, if your essay is not written in a way that is easy to read, that could cause you to be rejected. If you do not write it in a way that is easy to understand, that could cause you to be rejected. If there are errors in your motivation letter, that all of that is going to cost you. And so please, what I would advise you to do is to make sure your essay is easy to read and understand. Please do not write, especially when it's a motivation letter, please don't write more than the maximum number of words they've given you. If they say 500, please write 500 words. Don't write 501 or 502, thinking that they'll overlook it. To be on the safe side, if you are asked to write 500 words, please write 490. Give them 10 words free. That is my advice for you. Usually motivation letters should be between 400 to 600, and maybe your statement of purpose, SOP, is maybe a longer letter. But for your motivation letter, between 400 and 600 words is fine. In that you can say everything: your academic achievements, your interests, what your ambitions, your future goals, why you want to do the program. No, you can answer all those questions in 400 words. Don't worry, it's a lot of words. So I was digressing, sorry, but let's go back to it. Please again, with the errors, please proofread your work. Please put them on grammar checking websites. Grammarly is the most common one. Put it on Grammarly. Make sure you don't have so many. In fact, if you can have an essay with no grammatical errors, please, let us strive to get that, because all of that could cost you and make you get a love letter, something that you don't want to see in your emails, especially when you're waiting to see that wonderful letter or wonderful email that says you have won, and you get a love letter that is rejecting you or rejecting your application. In that, sometimes they tell you why. If your motivation letter has errors, is riddled with flaws and errors, then that would be a problem. Another point is your academic record and your lack of professional experience. So why I'm speaking about your academic record and your lack of professional experience. So why I'm speaking about your academic record, I'm not saying they look at only your academics. Please, they don't just look at your academics. They look at everything else, your CV, your work experience, everything is a package. Every document you send has points attached to it. So my phone went off, so we're going to continue this video after some 20 minutes of looking for the charger and connecting it to a power bank, and yeah, because I plan to do this video today and we'll do it today. So yes, I was talking about the fact that each document has marks or grades attached to it, and so just like when you're writing a paper, each section has like allocated marks. So when they are done, they collate everything and then do the rankings. So some programs you actually see like the rank, they want like first 10 people to be awarded a scholarship, and so maybe you have like 80 points, but the person above you has 81, and they just want maybe 10 people, and you are the 11th person. You'll be on reserve list. But all I'm trying to say is that each part of the documents all the documents that you send for your application, they all have marks attached to them, and so we're not looking at only your grades to judge. But then it helps when you have good grades. Are you getting me? It helps when you have good grades, because if we are comparing you with somebody who has conferences, who has internship experience, volunteering, the two of you have all of that, but the person has a better or higher grade, we look at it comparatively, the person would be selected. Do you get me? And so sometimes, just sometimes, your grade with your other documents was not strong enough to give you the pass mark. With your grades, we can't do anything about it now, because maybe, but as we are talking, you've already completed school and you already have your grade. But then what we can do is improve your other documents. Do you get me? So let's improve your CV by volunteering at like places, for join NGOs and volunteer, do an internship related to your program. That boosts your other documents, so it helps to like balance, to fill in the places that you are lacking with your grades. Do you get it? So the scholarships, they are looking for excellent students in general, not only academics but also socially, doing extracurricular activities. You get me, making me talk plenty. So yes, with professional experience, let us try to get like some internship opportunities and apply for them, and then try and like volunteer for programs and stuff, so that you can include them to your CV. Then you boost that part that you may be lacking with your grades. The next point I want to talk about is the deadlines. So please, with the deadlines, I would advise that you do not apply too close to the deadline. At least 2 weeks to the deadline is okay. Like, that is when you have no other choice. You could do it even a month before, but at least 2 weeks before, because there are lots of things that could go wrong. You might see something whilst you're applying that you need time to find and like include on your application. Take my life for an example. When I was applying, from the program website, it was not indicated that we would need to put a summary of our thesis, our final thesis for level 400. And so I had all my documents ready. But then, when I was putting my documents, uploading them, there was a part that they asked if you did a thesis, a long essay. And then they asked for you to upload a summary of your long essay, more like an abstract, but a bit longer than an abstract. So imagine if you are applying, like you're doing your uploading of, you're filling your application form on the last day. Then they'll tell you that you have to put a summary. Imagine the pressure you would be under when you find out that you have to add a document that you did not find when you were doing your initial checks. Also, with the recommendation letters, some requested to let your lecturers upload them themselves. So you have to put in their their emails. You would have to place in their emails in the application form, and then they would be contacted later to upload their recommendation letters. Those sorts of things. If you do your application the last minute, these are some of the things that you might see and then give up, and then you do not do the application again, and then you essentially tell yourself that you don't want to get a scholarship anymore because you did not know all of this. There are certain things that could come up anytime, and so if you have at least 2 weeks before the deadline, when you encounter something like this,
I cannot speak.
encounter something like this, then you know you have time to do those things. So all of those things could contribute to, or could have been the reason for you to have been rejected the first time or the second time. But now that we have highlighted them, we're going to improve on them, right? And hopefully the next time we apply, we're going to be successful and we're going to win that scholarship. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Please leave a comment or any question you may want to ask me. I'm available to answer them. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.
Hey there! Here are more of my videos you will enjoy.